Hey guys, this is Axe here. Gonna actually do a new thing here. I'm writing a book. This is on my phone, obviously, so the cover looks a little weird, and it's not really a cover, it's just the title. So here it is. The Ever Coveted Spellbook. It's by Joshua Axe Robertson. Chapter 1, I'm just gonna read the first chapter, that's really it. See what y'all think. Chapter 1, Reality Rebuilt. Once upon a time in a land far, far away. I'll start from the beginning that I can remember. I'm being told right now that I need to make it clear these are not all my memories. Some of them are someone else's. Also, before you assume that I'm alive just because I'm telling you the story from my perspective, I could be dead telling my story. Alright. I was in a room. The room was bland. The floor was a big bed. The walls were a step up to a couch. There was nothing else in this room other than people. There were 16 people in this room. I was one of the 16. There was a girl in the room of whom I couldn't keep my eyes off of. The girl was sitting on the floor, watching us interact. She was different. She didn't seem to be focused on anything in particular. Unlike the rest of us, we were all looking at certain focal points, but I was focused on her. Hours later, the lights were off and we were all laying down to sleep. I was on the bed next to her. She seemed more relaxed than everyone else, including me. I was laying abnormally straight, staring at the ceiling. I could feel is the wrong word, sense. I could sense her breath on my ear. I could see her in my peripherals, but couldn't turn my own body. I had no free will, though I didn't know it. She grabbed my hand. I didn't feel it, but I did sense it. I knew she had my hand. She locked her fingers in between mine. I winced, trying to break the hold free will's adversary had over me, but didn't even seem to want it. My fingers didn't interlace with hers. She was curled up, looking at ease, and not a care in the world, looking at me intently. I had no idea why. She kept smiling, and it didn't change a thing in my mind. But then she whispered something in my ear. It's okay to be who you want to be. Something changed at that moment. She breathed life into my lifeless body. My body relaxed, my fingers interlaced with hers, her breath of life. I turned toward her. I only knew one thing at that moment. We have to go. I got up and pulled her with me. We ran out the door into another room just like it. 15 people asleep in seemingly random locales. We run out the door and just to find another room, just the same. Is this normal? I asked, because it doesn't feel like magic. Of course it isn't magic. The building goes around in a circular form. We just have to keep going until we get to the lobby. Well, it seems you don't believe in magic. With the knowledge I have, magic is very real. Although my problem is that I have no memory of gaining this knowledge. In fact, I feel as if I have just started having memories. Magic, you're joking, right? Magic is just a fairy tale. There is no such thing as a fairy tale in this world. I've been alive for 15 years, closer to 16, and I've never once seen evidence of magic. How exactly are you telling me that there is even a possibility of such? I know for a fact that it's real. It's not just a possibility, it is reality. Yeah, okay, she said that, but didn't seem to mean it. I realized that it sounded crazy. It sounded crazy to me too. I let it go though, partially because of this reason, but also because we finally opened a door into the lobby. The lobby was actually a big room, 15 to 25 foot cathedral ceiling. There was a long counter on the one end with a door behind it, no one in sight. I remember the room perfectly, but we were not there long. We ran out the door to the left, leading to the outside. Outside was beautiful. If you only looked at the bigger buildings, nothing, not even the smaller buildings, were run down. The big buildings were built with beauty in mind, easy to tell. The smaller buildings were old and in their own time beautiful. The streets were busy with cars driving by. The majority of them were going 60 miles per hour, so the speed limit must have been 55 miles per hour. Apparently no one cares about the speed limit. This is just a waste of words. I turned to see the building we came out of and saw the number 49 plastered above the door. It was also a sign in the middle of the building. The lobby was about 25 feet tall, whereas the rest of the building was 10 feet tall. It looked like the top half of a donut, though I don't know if the middle was there or not. We stopped running and started walking on the sidewalk. I was only in a hurry to leave the building because I wanted outside, badly. I had never desired anything before, so it felt great to desire something. It felt even greater to receive my desire. Name's Emmy, by the way. Robert. I didn't have time to look at everything. As we were walking, a car drove onto the sidewalk. It seemed to be trying to hit us. I felt it coming and pulled Emmy, my bad, away from where we were going to be if they were to hit us. Keep up, Emily, I said as I took off running, not letting go of her hand. If I don't have a choice, she laughed sarcastically. And it's Emmy. I ran faster than I believed I could. Emily, to my surprise, was fast as well. She said she was surprised that I was keeping up to her because she ran track in school. She's trying to brag. She also says that I need to stop breaking up the story to say things, so I may stop this. I veered off into an alley. The alley led into another alley I could see. I turned left, still pulling Emmy. We came to another T, but I went straight. It had to be a bodily instinct that was still intact. Instead of running into the wall that was clearly there, we went straight through an opening. A door slammed shut behind us as I waved my free hand as if willing it to shut. "Where are we?" Emmy exclaimed. Clearly, we're stressed by the thoughts that she was going to be running headfirst into a wall. There was a wall there. We just went through. Yes, we went through the wall. Believe me, I didn't know that it was going to open up either. That's not a comfortable thought. How exactly did that happen? Where did the door come from? How did it open and not just shut, but slam behind us? None of this makes sense. She was white in the face at that moment. I could tell things weren't sitting well with her. Everything is happening too fast. I understand. Sit down. There's no furniture, though. Oh. As soon as I said furniture, a chair appeared behind both of us and pushed itself under our legs. We fell into the seats, confused. "What was that?" Emmy asked, looking around wildly. "Don't worry about it for the moment. Right now, focus on breathing." "But no, Bush, just breathe. I'm going to look around and see where we are and what this place is to me," I interrupted. Fine. I stood up and the chair disappeared. I guess that the building had magic imbued that it wasn't me. Though the door, on the other hand, was very suspicious. I looked around at the room. Low ceiling, meaning this probably wasn't even an actual room at one point. 4 walls, but 2 were slanted from the door side down to the back wall. Bookshelves against the walls with no door. Black pavement for the floor, as if it had just finished being paved. The floor was clear except for the chair Emmy was in. I walked towards one bookshelf to the left. Something on the bookshelf was calling my name. A name. Over and over, sorry. "Arthur," I heard it whisper. "Arthur." It kept repeating, so I inched closer and closer. "Do you hear that, Emmy?" "What, my breathing?" "No, I don't hear anything." Hold on 1 second, sorry. Well, that's dumb. Sorry, that was dumb. Here we are. Oh, I almost made it to the shelf until... "Welcome, Arthur. Would you like to continue where you left off? You shut me down unexpectedly last session," a disembodied voice said, in a surprisingly beautiful tone. I looked around to see who was speaking and didn't see anyone. "Yes, please, and thank you. Sorry for last session. I was in a hurry." "Arthur, I'm registering odd brain activity coming from you. I need to check you out before going any further with this particular experiment. Also, who is your friend?" "Go right ahead. This is Emmy. Register her into your database as well." "Okay, Emmy, is that your name or a name you would like to be called?" What is going on?" "Emmy, in order for me to answer your questions, you have to first let me register your profile into my system. It was built in as a defense mechanism. As soon as you're registered, you can ask as many questions as you want." "Okay, then yes, that is my name. Emmy, just so you know, it'll register you in like that, but you'll be watched every second you're here. It can tell if you're lying. There's a lie detector built in." "What? That's creepy. How do you remember that, but can't remember life before a few moments ago?" "I just somehow know the system. It was built by someone who worked in Cloud 9. It hasn't been released yet. His name was Arthur Flynn. How do you know this? That doesn't make sense. Arthur Flynn. I've never heard of him. It seems he was about to be a big name in the company, but he had some controversy around his name. He was growing a rebellion against Cloud9. He was one of the teachers of magic to the company's initiates. It seems they did away with him. What does that even mean? They killed him. No, that's what a lot of members of Cloud9 believe. But your parents, were the true leaders of the rebellion and made sure that Arthur was not killed, the disembodied voice assured. Wait, then where's he? Emmy asked. It seems that I am he. But you're a teenager, barely older than me. How are you a teacher of magic? One would think you need a lot of experience with magic to teach it. I don't know. I don't remember anything, but I'm not a teenager. Allow me to enlighten you both, said the disembodied voice. Did you have a name, first of all? Yes, I was called Adam. Well, nice to meet you again, Adam. I said, a little confused by the situation myself. Yeah, I'm gonna sit back down for this one, Maybe said as a chair appears behind her. Well, that's gonna take some getting used to. First things first, you are Arthur. It seems that the owners of Cloud9 wanted to make sure you could get back and start the rebellion. So they put an AI in your head, but kept your brain intact. Because of you are still human. You do not remember anything and never will. But because they left your brain in your body, you have a muscle memory still intact as well. And your AI seems to know about magic. But more importantly, I can now connect to you, and we can work together for all of this to come back together. I just need your permission. I will know all you know, you will know all I know, and we'll both know all Cloud9 knows. You will gain memories from my database. All of them. So, I guess that is okay. I give you permission to connect to my AI, Adam. Despite your youthful look, you're 20 years old. Magic is not able to supply youthfulness, but somehow you found a way. Everything went dark, pitch black dark. It felt like hours upon hours, but I was told it only lasted half a minute. When the light came back into my eyes, Adam was able to talk to me in my head. I had a vast knowledge of Cloud9. I had access to all of their files, classified and beyond. I could build their robots or teach their magic. I even had access to a file buried deep within the company, one containing information on my part in the company. The most important thing I found out was the fact that I have a sister named Emily Crosscloud, which also meant that I am the son of Cloud9's co-CEOs. There you have it. That's the end of the first chapter. It's called Reality Rebuilt. Thanks for watching, and if you have any things you want to add to it, add to my head or whatever, just comments, suggestions, whatever. Things that you think I should change, things you think I should put in instead. Any opinions on the book, if it's even a good story. I had 3 chapters done, but this is just the first chapter, just to see how this works out. But, if you like this video, subscribe, all that, press the notification bell. Thank you. This has been Axe's reading of this book. Thank you. Goodbye.